So did you know that most store-bought vegan yogurts have things like refined sugar, oil, cornstarch, preservatives, and natural flavors? But not these. These are made healthy vegan style, and I skipped all the unhealthy ingredients. And the texture, smooth and creamy. Best of all, they're easy to make. And today, I'm gonna show you how to make your own. Okay, so today I am happy to share this vegan yogurt recipe with you. Here's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use some lemon juice, some water, some cashews, and some chickpeas. Very simple ingredients. Now, for those of you who are nut-free, I have a nut-free alternative for this recipe that I'm gonna show you towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that, where you don't have to use cashews, but it still makes a nice creamy yogurt. Now, I've looked at other vegan yogurts out there, and you've seen other yogurts where people use chickpeas and that kind of thing, but they often say that it tastes too much like chickpeas, or it tastes too earthy, or it's not creamy enough, but I've solved that issue. The yogurt that I'm going to show you how to make with the addition of the cashews comes out really creamy and has a really nice flavor. Now, the other chickpea yogurts that I've seen online, I've made a couple, and they're good for savory dishes. But if you want a fruit-based yogurt like I'm making today, I really believe this is the best way to make it, using the cashews with the chickpeas. So I haven't seen anyone else do this. I haven't personally seen it. Maybe you have, but I haven't. But it turned out really, really well. So that's why I'm so excited to share it with you. Now, another thing that you typically see when someone's doing a yogurt recipe is that they'll have some kind of a starter culture out here that they would be using with these ingredients. But I don't like the starter cultures I've seen because they tend to, include ingredients that I just don't want to do. I like to be a minimalist when I'm making recipes and use as little as I can and the healthiest ingredients that I can. So I don't like that. Other methods you could use is to buy another vegan yogurt and use it to create your culture. But again, they can have ingredients that I'm just prefer to avoid. And so this is simplistic, really simple way to approach this, and it's really good and creamy. I think you'll love this. If you've tried other vegan yogurt recipes and they weren't creamy and didn't taste authentic, I think this one is going to do for you. So let's start putting it together. Okay, so now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our dried chickpeas and we're going to measure out a cup, get them into our bowl, and then get them soaking. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe below. Okay, so now once we get our beans soaking, we want to soak the beans for 12 hours, but I'm just going to set them aside right now. Okay, now in the interest of time, what I've done is I've already soaked my chickpeas, and I've had these soaking for about 12 hours now. And as they soak, when they get done, you'll see bubbles like you see here. That kind of indicate that the process is where you want it to be. Now, remember I said that we're not using a culture. Typically, you would use some type of a culture that you buy. But what we're going to do to use as a culture is use some of the water, the residual water created here by the beans. So I'm just going to take and put some of this water aside in my bowl here, my little measuring cup bowl here. And we're going to use some of this water for our next step, which we'll go to next. All right, that should be more than enough water set aside here. So now that that's set aside, the next thing we're gonna do is rinse our chickpeas, get them nice and rinsed and drained, and then go to our next step. So once we have our chickpeas rinsed and drained, we're gonna add them to the blender with our fresh water. Okay, so now I have my chickpeas blended. Now I'm just gonna pour my chickpea milk into a bag to try to separate the milk and the pulp. So this is the most involved part of the process. You want to continue to strain the pulp until you've got all the liquid in your pot. Okay, so now I've separated the milk from the pulp. I was really careful to drain this really well because what you want to do is get as much of that liquid out as you can. Now you can see that the pulp that's left here is nice and dry, which is the way I want it to be. That means that I did a good job getting most of the milk separated from the pulp. Now usually, if you've seen my videos where I've done other videos where I have nut pulp left over or a different kind of pulp, I'll give you uses for it. And sometimes the uses are things like hummus that aren't cooked. But keep in mind, because this pulp is a derivative of beans, it's going to have lectin content. And the lectins, if they're not cooked, can be problematic. So I would not suggest adding the pulp from beans that are not cooked to things like hummus or even salads. What you want to do if you're going to use its pulp is add it to things that you're going to cook like soups and stews, and then that should be fine. All right, so our next step is we're going to take a little bit of cashews here and we're going to mix it with some of our milk from our chickpeas, and then we're going to blend it together. Okay, so now the purpose behind this is I've tried other vegan chickpea yogurts, and a lot of times I find that one, they taste kind of beany, as I said earlier, and two, they're not as creamy. But what I found by doing this is by adding this cashew mixture, it gives it a really nice creamy texture that I love. And so this is a very necessary step, and that's what we're going to do next. Hey, what's up guys? I hope you're enjoying the yogurt video. You know, one of my favorite ways to enjoy yogurt is by topping it with a nice delicious granola. And in my Make Your Own Cookbook, page 80, I've got my nutty date granola recipe, and it's my favorite ever. That's why I saved it just for the cookbook. If you love granola like I do, you'll want to check that recipe out. Remember, my book is available for pre-order. I'll have a link and details in the description below the video. You got to get it, and you got to make your own. All right, so the next part in this process is to get our chickpea milk heated. But before I do that, I'm gonna give it a little stir. And I'm gonna do that because as I made the cashew mixture to pour into the chickpea milk itself was sitting and the starches were settling. So I just wanna give it a little stir to kind of loosen the starches, and then we'll get it heated and stir it some more. So you want to consistently stir this as it thickens, otherwise you risk having it stick and scorch at the bottom. Now I'm also whisking it, and this is to prevent any clumps from forming. All right, so now I've cooked my chickpea mixture and gotten it to the consistency that I prefer here. And that's what heating it and mixing it is all about. As well as when you heat it and mix it, it tends to lessen the bean flavor, which is also a good thing. And of course, we started with raw beans, so we want to cook it, thoroughly anyway. So that's what we did here. Now, if you were making most flavored yogurts, you would stop here and go to the next step. But I'm going to turn this batch of yogurt into vanilla yogurt. So for that reason, I have some vanilla powder here, some vanilla bean powder that I'm going to add to this yogurt and then get it mixed in to create that nice vanilla flavor that I want for this particular yogurt. Now, once the vanilla is mixed in, I'm going to let it cool until it's lukewarm, while whisking it periodically to prevent clumps. All right, so now I've pulled my vanilla mixture back out. Remember, I've been letting it cool, and the idea is to let it cool until it's about lukewarm. Now, a good way to gauge if it's cool enough is by putting your finger in. And if you put your finger in the mixture and it doesn't feel hot to the touch, then you know it's just about cool enough. Now the next step is I'm gonna add some of the chickpea liquid and some lemon juice to the mixture. Now the chickpea liquid I'm adding to help it ferment, and then the lemon juice will be to take away some of the bean flavor as well. So now I'm gonna add those, mix it, and then go to our next step. Okay, so now I have my yogurt all mixed up and it's ready to be transferred into this jar. Now the idea here is that it's going to ferment overnight. So I'm going to pour my mixture into the jar, let it ferment overnight. Now as it ferments, it needs to be able to breathe. So I'm not going to put this glass top on. Once I transfer it here, I'll use a paper towel, you could use a cheesecloth, anything that's breathable. And I'm going to cover it with this paper towel so that it can breathe. Now, I have to sweeten this. This is going to be vanilla yogurt. I put the vanilla flavoring in, the vanilla bean powder, but I haven't added the date paste. I want to let it ferment first, and then tomorrow I would transfer it into a smaller jar. And before I transfer it here, I'll put a layer of date paste and then my yogurt, so that when I'm ready to eat it, I can mix it up like you do with standard yogurt, and then everything is nice and sweetened with the vanilla flavor. But first, it must ferment, and for that, just the yogurt into the larger jar. So the vanilla yogurt that I made is now fermenting, but in the interest of time, I've already made 2 different yogurts that we're going to use to put together our different flavors. Now, remember I said earlier that I'm using cashews to make this nice and creamy. Another thing that I mentioned is that there's a nut-free version for people who are nut-free. And that version is using sunflower seeds, which is what I did for this particular yogurt. So again, cashews works well, but sunflower seeds work well also. So those with nut allergies that still want a nice creamy yogurt can do this same recipe with sunflower seeds. And of course, I'll have that reflected in the recipe for the video. Okay, so before I start putting the rest of my yogurts together, I wanted to do a comparison of the consistency of the different types of yogurts and the different stages of the process. So what I have here is my sunflower seed yogurt. I have my cashew yogurt here. Now they're all made with a base of chickpeas. Again, I just added the sunflowers to this one and the cashews here. This is one that I added cashews to also, but it's been refrigerated because it had already fermented and I put it in the refrigerator. This is just at the end of fermentation. These have been fermenting for about 12 hours. These have already been fermented and been in the refrigerator for about a day. And I just want to show you the difference in consistency. Now, this one is just chickpeas with no cashews, no sunflowers, no nothing. This is a typical vegan chickpea yogurt type of result. All right, let's look at all four.
So I'm starting with the nut-free sunflower seed version, and then my favorite, the cashew version. And then we have the refrigerated cashew version, and finally the chickpea version that was also refrigerated. Now, as you can see, some separation occurs when you refrigerate it, but you can easily mix it up for the same creamy result. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe below.
Okay, so one of the fun things about making yogurt is that you can make just about any flavor that you desire. Now I'm gonna make a few different flavors here for you. I'm gonna start with the mango. And what I'm gonna do is take my mango, get it in my pot, cook it down a little bit, make like a chunky style mango puree to go into my yogurt. And then as I said, I'll make several others after that, but we're gonna start with this one. Let's put this together now.
So I hope seeing this process makes you confident to make your own, because when you do, you can skip some of the unhealthy ingredients that are found in store-bought yogurts, which I'll show you in just a second.
Okay, so now I've got my mango cooked down to the point that I want it. I make sure to cook it long enough so that enough of the water exudes and dissipates. If you don't cook your fruit long enough, it could be a little too watery, and when you add it to your yogurt, it's just gonna make it sloppy, and that's not what we want. Now I use fresh mango to do this, and it works with fresh mango when you're making your puree. However, when you're doing berries, I suggest using frozen. It makes a better result. I mean, you could use fresh, but I prefer frozen if I'm doing things like berries. Okay, so this is the first flavored yogurt that we're gonna put together, and then we're gonna do some others.
Okay, so I'm starting with some date paste for a little extra sweetness. Then I'm gonna add some fruit and top it with my yogurt. Now, portioning the yogurt and the fruit this way is perfect for a grab-and-go snack or breakfast for you and the kids. Now, while I finish portioning my fruit yogurts, I wanna show you the healthiest vegan yogurt I could find. Now, most people would look at this label and think that it's perfectly healthy, but the first thing I want to point out is that it's sweetened with refined sugar, which most people understand is not a health-promoting food at all and drives inflammation. The next thing that I see is tapioca starch. Tapioca starch is high glycemic food, which means that it causes blood sugar spikes, which is also not good. And the last thing I want to point out is that this is a coconut-based yogurt, and coconut is the plant food highest in saturated fat, which is definitely something to consider if you're someone with high cholesterol or have a history of heart attacks or heart disease in your family.
Okay, so not a lot of work for a lot of results. Look at these beautiful yogurts, all different flavors. I'm sure there's one that's your favorite. I like them all, but I'm gonna try the peach right now. That's really good. Now you could mix this before you eat it to get all the flavors balanced, but I love it just like this. Creamy, rich, everything you want in a yogurt, healthy vegan style. All right, if you're new to my channel and you're wondering how to find the recipes, look below the video and tap on the word more and you'll see the beginning of the recipe. Tap on the word more a second time and you'll see the full recipe, and then you can begin to make your own. Thanks for watching.